You are listening to the Omar the Barbarian podcast.
We are the top guys. Can we give a shout out to that soundtrack?
Absolutely.
Tony Braxton.
It might be the greatest soundtrack
Tribe
since
Called
Purple
Quest,
Rain.
Hot Sex.
Yeah. I'm still mad that track
Johnny
does not
Gill.
appear in the movie.
Johnny Gill, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Into the
Layla
road.
Rashawn.
into the road.
Yeah.
Yes.
Layla Rashawn Sunshine in that movie.
Mhm.
Man.
Shoot, maybe that's another episode. Quintessential Black films.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to do that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be in that.
100%.
Yeah.
And that ain't a movie that you can watch if you're under a certain age, I don't think. I don't think I would have been able to understand what was going on in that movie in 1992
True.
at all. Like, I
Fair.
wouldn't have been able
Yeah.
to bang with that. Like, what the hell's going on? There are no demons. There's no cop chases. Boo. Boo this.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah.
No one's pulling out their boobies. Boo.
The ending of Boomerang was always trash.
Yeah.
And I can't disagree. 90s me was just too busy thinking about Nell sitting next to me in the theater. I didn't have deep thoughts about the film.
Got him.
Oh, man.
Deep thoughts.
Yeah.
Deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts.
About your
Shoot,
butt.
man.
There you go. Oh. Here I go.
No.
Yeah. Oh, damn, that's such a good song. Let's go.
Hot Sex should have been on in the film.
It
That's
should.
my only beef with the soundtrack. Is it's on the soundtrack, but not in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was Tribe at the peak of their
At the
powers.
peak. I think they just dropped the second album. Why am I blanking on it?
Fun fact: it came out after Boomerang.
Oh,
It came out Tribe's third album, because their first album was People's Instinctive Travels,
Right.
that had Left My Wallet, El Segundo.
what?
One of the greatest albums ever made was Low End Theory.
Low End Theory.
That is,
Ugh.
Low End Theory is their second album. It is a
Yeah.
classic. There are no notes.
So
It
this
is-
came out between
Put it on what?
Low End Theory.
Came out between
Midnight
Low End
Marauders.
Theory and Midnight Marauders, because
Wow.
Midnight Marauders dropped the same day. Fun fact: dropped the same day as 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang's first album.
Yes.
Those two albums came out the
Yep.
exact same day,
Mhm.
and it is the greatest days of ever
Yeah.
in the history of anything.
And actually, I have another one for you.
Mm.
These three albums dropped on the same day. Tribe Called Quest, The Low End Theory, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, and Nirvana's Nevermind all dropped on the same.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I knew they came out the same. We didn't know how good we had it, man.
No, we
we
didn't.
really didn't know.
We really didn't.
Low End Theory was the soundtrack of my life because I was at Maryland. I think I'm a sophomore at Maryland at the time, and I listened to that, and I listened to Black Sheep's album
Mm-hmm.
on loop. That was all I listened to.
Native Tongues.
And this was while Nirvana's and Red Hot Chili Peppers is out, and I'm so into Tribe and Black Sheep that I'm not even. I don't have the space, to appreciate anything else at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The things I was
In hindsight.
Huh?
Yeah. In hindsight.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
The things I was bypassing to get to the things I liked, or better yet, knew, just makes me shudder.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like there was Soundgarden out there in that world. There was
Hell, man,
Alice in
Radiohead,
Chains.
which I didn't discover until I was a grown man.
right. Yeah.
Like I discovered Radiohead. What was it? I can't even remember the first. Like if they were at the end of their run, this would have been when their last album come out. Devon, you would know this.
10 years ago. 10 years.
Yeah, so about 2014.
Yeah.
I forget I don't even remember the name of the album, but
publicist Devon Sanders.
Yeah, that was the first time. Now, mind you, when I say this, I had heard Radiohead, but I didn't know I was listening to Radiohead. You can't live during their era and not have heard their music in the same way that people look at me and they go, "You don't know any U2 songs?" And I'm like, "Not really." And then they'll sing them and I'll go, "Oh, I know that." And they go, "Yeah, fool, you know U2. Yeah, shut up." It's kind of where. So Radiohead for me was that, but I'm discovering and appreciating it now because it's licensed everywhere. You can't turn on an episode of Invincible and not hear a Radiohead song.
Bruh.
Or anything that Disney Plus is doing.
Daredevil Born Again.
Daredevil just had it on. Yeah, exactly.
With one of the most heart-wrecking Radiohead songs of all time, Pyramid Song, where it's like, if you're playing that song, call somebody.
Wow.
Call somebody.
Yeah.
And that's... Oof. When they played that on that final episode, I was like, "Oh, you know what's hit the fan. It's not going to get any better from here, y'all."
I got one.
All right, what you got, Omar?
Let's go.
All right, so in the same way, I'm a body surf off of what Chris just did in terms of the ending. I don't want to say that the totality of this thing was always trash, but the things that are trash-like are starting to surface. And I think it'll make sense as I set it up, and it'll make sense as I get into it. I'm going to go ahead and say that the TKO era of WWE may have always been trash.
It is trash.
And I'm going to say that because what's fueling this, Chris Devon, if I say to you, I want to have an agreement that we're going to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars to keep this agreement, and we will sign this agreement for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then a year later, I say, "Hey, you know what? I know we have about 4 years left on this deal, but yeah, I'm not going to do that now. I want to renegotiate that deal for like $5. What do y'all think?" And y'all say, "Nah, man, we negotiated millions of dollars. We can't do this for $5. And I go, "I know, but I need a sweeter deal for me so that I can get these bonuses."
Right.
And so what y'all think? And y'all are like, "All right, well, we're going to bounce." And to me, if you can do that with people that have been working for your company for, 16 years, have made you all kinds of money, you might be trash to me.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not their company. They're the new assholes here.
I did not think I would miss Vince McMahon.
Oh.
I really didn't. And I hate myself for saying that.
But you know what? I know what you're saying.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Vince created a product where he wanted families to be able to walk in and be able to afford to be there, buy the t-shirts, and walk out and watch the show and rinse and repeat. TKO is it is a private equity company in charge of something that people are still remembering as an entertainment company, a thing that puts on a show. And Omar and I were talking about something, and we were talking about something where it used to be about walking in with joy, and now it is about dividends. Mm-hmm. And that is exactly what TKO is now. It is a company that it cares nothing about the actual product. It just cares about what they can pull out of it now. Like, there's absolutely no joy in anything. None. It's very hard to watch now.
Yeah. And it kills me because there are bright spots. they're mushroom belts as there were,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
right? It's
Like,
it's a,
watch.
yeah, you got Obafemi. It's like, wow, man, that's a heck of a mushroom belt right there. I'd wear that belt.
Right.
I like that. Obafemi's amazing.
Yeah.
And you get those kind of stories coming out of it. You got that, Bianca just came back, but we ain't gonna have her for a minute because, again, you know, obviously the pregnancy.
The true villain, Montez Ford.
Yes, I'm looking at he's the true villain. You're absolutely right.
Him and Jimmy. Jimmy Uso. Yeah.
Jimmy Uso. Yeah. I look at the opportunities that people of color are getting, and I get distracted by that. And what snaps me back to life is the fact that the New Day had to dip, that you would do them dirty like that. Like I can't unsee that.
Right.
When I look at that, and it's funny, I was thinking about that. Netflix just released a Hulk Hogan documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I remain to this day angry at Hulk Hogan for the foolishness that makes me not be able to love him the way I did as a kid.
Amen.
That's really my beef with him. It's like, dude, man, your actions rob me of a hero of my childhood. Right. It would be like if I, saw He-Man smoking crack. Like it's literally that. Like, He-Man, come on, man.
Right.
Crack is whack.
I was talking to a coworker. He said it perfectly. He said, it hurt because I found out Hulk Hogan was Terry Bollea.
Yes.
I was like, damn, that's exactly it.
That's 100%. That's it.
Yeah.
He's not Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
He's Terry Bollea.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like Terry.
And I can't separate the two. I can't.
And it's like, it's like, you feel 100% grateful for the time where it was like, I really wanted to say my prayers and I was taking my vitamins. And, you had me believing that I could be a real American and, no matter what hit me, I could Hulk up and come and overcome it.
Yeah.
And then you find out that the guy behind it was a trash human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever, union busting.
Yep.
Racist.
Yep.
Just, always Undertaker had a great story where he was talking about where they wrestled a match. And for those who don't know, the Undertaker's signature move is a tombstone pile driver. It's this move where he basically flips a man upside down, puts him between his knees, and the Undertaker's almost 7 feet tall. So he can position it properly so that he cannot hurt you. He'll basically take the impact of the thing on his own knees. Hulk Hogan is wrestling the Undertaker. Hogan at this point is like a 10-year veteran or something. Undertaker is new to the WWE and is an up-and-coming talent. Undertaker puts him in his signature move, the tombstone pile driver, hits Hogan with it, and Hogan is on the ground, and he could have put this man over cleanly, but he says to him, I think you broke my neck, brother. And the Undertaker is freaking out in the ring, but can't show it because his gimmick is undead zombie. Because he's like, I think I've just killed the WWE's Golden Goose, the greatest man in wrestling currently. And so there's a whole thing where Hogan is like, he's leaning on people as they're taking him out, and he's portraying himself as the big hero. And then he just stands up in the locker room and is like, I think you broke my neck. Oh, no, actually, you really did. And I feel great, brother. And it's like, you find out that this is who he is. That's who Hogan was. He was Terry Bollea.
Always trash.
Always trash.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Always trash.
And it's just, I think that we're starting to, at least with WWF and and so many things, we're just really starting to see that everything is just one big glamour, man. That's all it is.
Wow.
It really is. It's like, it's hard to believe that there was a time not that long ago where we were propping up people like Jeff Bezos. We were propping up people like Elon Musk. Oh, they're going to take us to the moon. Billionaires are going to save us. And now we're in a place where it's like the billionaires are trying to kill us. Like, they don't care about us. Like, they'll move a data center into your thing, jack up your electrical rates, build on things that they should not be building, jacking up rents into places that, cutting costs on their coworkers, firing them outright, using AI in places so that they can save more money. And it's like, look, you're a billionaire.
How much? Like, you got all the money.
Money do you need?
How much money do you need?
How many more people do you need to exploit? Like, I don't necessarily have a problem with capitalism. Okay, let me take that back. I have a problem with capitalism. Let me finish. I have a problem with capitalism. I don't have a problem with commerce. Where it's like, if you have a product and you set a rate where it is accessible to the people who want it and the people who need it, I have no problem with that. But the problem that I have is when you begin to exploit others so that you can just get a little bit more than the next man. That's where I have a problem. Like, they're ethically, billionaires they should not exist.
No.
And we're just kind of letting them just run things the way that they are. So, yeah.
Dude, if you have $1 billion, you've missed the point.
Right. Exactly.
That's really, if it's again, I don't, to your point, just to underscore it, I think about that sometimes, and it's like, I don't know if I've ever shared this with you all, but I have a fear of winning the lottery.
Same.
I don't know if I ever talked to you about that. Yeah, I have two weird things relative to the lottery. I've only played it a handful of times, and it's fear that keeps me from doing it. I have a recurring nightmare that I win the lottery and it destroys my family. That was one. Two, I also have a weird sense that every time I play it, I genuinely believe I'm going to win it. Like Powerball, I'm going to win this,
right.
And I start thinking about what I'm going to do with the billions. And man, if I have like $300 extra, I walk different.
Right.
If you got $300 burning a hole in your pocket, you walk in the rooms like this. Can you imagine with like $3 billion?
Yeah.
There's a great line in the movie that you both hate, BVS, where Alfred says, or Ben Affleck's like, 20 years fighting crime in Gotham, how many good guys, are left? How many stayed that way? It's kind of in that same zone of, you give me that much money, you give any person, that much money. I think it's the best of us.
Yeah.
Would falter. I'm terrified of what that would look like. And to your point, like if I have access to wealth, I'm looking for opportunities to give it away because it terrifies me to have it. So to that end, if you're a billionaire, you've missed a point of life,
right?
Because you should be giving that away because it's not like the need doesn't exist.
Right.
Look around.
Right.
There should be the fact that there are billionaires and we have hunger. Don't make it make sense.
Right.
Right. So sorry, man. That's very much the hill I will die on. But
to bring it back to your point about TKO and WWE, these athletes, they have a finite window where they can earn the most money that they possibly can with their bodies. With their bodies. They are giving their bodies to this thing that they grew up loving because they want to continue the legacies of the Stone Colds, the Booker T's, the Kurt Angles, the Bruno Sammartinos. And they're giving their bodies to do this thing. And these private equity firms who come in and they're looking at like stockholder like numbers, and they're trying to appease stockholders and telling their employees that, yes, we thank you for doing this, but would you mind taking a 50% pay cut so that this man who really doesn't do anything other than like buy up stock can make more money? It sucks.
Wait, is that what the cut was that they proposed to the New Day?
Yeah, 50%.
Are you kidding? I know it's that bad.
Yeah. And I think it was Mark Henry or somebody like that on one of those things that you posted on Instagram, Omar.
Yeah.
Where he was like, a year ago, you told these men that they were worth this. And you were saying, we're willing to honor this for the next 5 years. And then when you realized that you could make more money, you went to them and said, we're not going to honor the thing that we said we were going to honor. And now we want you to take a 50% pay cut in order just to keep your job. And at the end of the day, this stuff is a job. Imagine any job that would ask you to take a 50% pay cut. Imagine that. And they expect you to stick around. I don't think I love anything that much.
No.
There's only been one job in my life where the people that were above me started fucking with my money. And it was one day. And then I told them exactly what the score was. And it never happened again. Now, Devon, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'm talking about.
Right.
We don't need to talk about it on the feed. Omar, you will get this in the group chat.
Group chat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But grown men sometimes forget there are consequences in the world for not being grown men.
Right.
And they need to be reminded of it.
Right.
In a not gentle fashion. And that is what occurred. Now, when you extrapolate this to the upper echelons of millions and millions of dollars and stuff, my answer to this would not be valid because these are also people with private security firms at their beck and call who can shoot my black ass real bad.
TKO is extracting the joy out of anything.
Yeah, man. It's what kills me is that you.
I don't. Even,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Where it's just to the point where I don't even consider thinking about a live show anymore.
No, I can't, man. It kills me because there are elements. Like I said, there are a lot of mushroom belts.
Yeah,
there are a lot of things that I look at and I go, "Oh, that's amazing," but then it's hard to keep turning a blind eye to like all the ads in the ring. Ugh. And all the Slim Jim things on the table.
Right.
The Slim Jim ads on the table is egregious.
It's now, mind you, what's wild to me is how many passes we gave them. Because let's keep it a buck, man. When we saw it, we knew a lot of that stuff you knew was cruddy. Mm-hmm. You know, Prime logo in the middle of the ring. I'm like, wow, they got a lot of ass. Now, mind you, some of that you kind of give a pass to because you go, well, boxing, they do it. But this was, to your point, like the WWE is the circus.
Right. Exactly.
And it's a different animal, man, than boxing is. Boxing is boxing. Yeah, so you go in with an expectation. It's not like boxing's on TV every Monday and Friday, and that you got live boxing events every month with Backlash and WrestleMania and so forth. You would see Muhammad Ali maybe 3 times a year, in big major prize fights in Vegas or wherever it is in Manila, wherever it is he was fighting. There were events, to that end. Yeah, exactly. Like it's that. This is the circus, and we know it's entertainment,
right?
And so it's for families.
Exactly.
And so what you're essentially saying is F these families. And that's like, that's what you're telling them.
Right.
And so the fact that, man, my boy, we were supposed to go and I couldn't go, but we were planning on, when I finished grad school, I was going to celebrate. We wanted to go to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up not being able to do it, but he went. And we knew, like, the tickets, we were like, we ain't gonna be able to get tickets, but we should be out in Vegas and maybe we can be just around, and because they have events all week.
Right.
So I'm doing this thinking, all right, I finished grad school in March. I'm going to go out, in April. Yeah, this year. Literally, like, we were going to go. My boy went. I was going to go, ended up not being able to go. And he was sending me stuff like, hey, I'm doing this. Like, and he had said to me right before I told him, like, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to make it. He was floating, like, he said, hey, man, you can still get tickets. And I'm like, it's not sold out. And he was like, yeah, man, it's not sold out. And he's like, man, maybe we get nosebleed. Maybe we can be in the building. This Negro got seats on the floor.
Wow.
That's how available tickets were. He sent me pictures the day of the event, night 2, from the floor.
How much did he drop?
That's what I need to ask him. Like, hey, man, how much did you pay for those? But the fact that he could buy it through StubHub or whatever it is that he got it from, very telling. I mean, I'm talking like day of. Yeah, let me get a ticket.
Sure.
Yeah. Just decided to go.
My man got the cash to spend, apparently.
Yeah, apparently, because like on the floor, he was like,
people can do that anymore. As we should probably wrap it up soon. But just the essence, you hit the nail right on the head, Omar, with this is a family thing. This was a thing, like, I'll have a quick story. I'll never forget the day that I went to a WWE house show at the then MCI Arena. And I was there with a couple of friends, and I looked over to my right about maybe a few rows over, and I see this like little hand waving at me, and I'm like, who is that? And it turns out 2 of my brothers were there with my stepfather, and we didn't know it. But I know that they did not have a lot of money. Neither did I. But my stepfather, he was able to take 2 of his sons to that show. We were all sitting in the nosebleeds, but the fact of the matter was that we could walk through the door. And that was what WWE was before TKO, where it was a thing of a father who worked a job that probably paid a little bit more than minimum wage. I would assume it did. Could look at 2 of his sons and go, all right, you know what? I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to take you to WWE tonight. And I was like, that's great. Because at that point, I was living in DC and my family had moved to Maryland. So it was like a little mini family reunion inside of MCI Arena.
Yeah.
Now that cannot happen because TKO is trying to apply the UFC fight model where a bunch of grown men with their own money are walking into a place by themselves, buying drinks, and making a weekend of being in wherever the show is. And you cannot apply that model to a weekly television show like WWE Raw or SmackDown. It just does not work. And I think that in the long run, I don't know if TKO, if this does not work for them, they don't hold on to WWE. And I think we're going to be in trouble in a few years if TKO keeps doing things the way that they have been doing. And again, I think that we should wrap this up, but I'll try and wrap this up quickly. Like just 2 years ago, we were operating under subscription model with Peacock, where I think we were paying like $4 or $5 to watch WWE. Before that, we were under a subscription model with the WWE Network where it was $10 for everything.
Everything.
The archives, the pay-per-views, everything. And it was a beautiful setup. And now we're under a system where it's like you can only watch these pay-per-views, which are called PLEs now, if you pony up $30 a month. How do you go
in addition
system, right, where you're asking people to pay 4 to 6 times what they were paying before for a product that is not as good as it was even like 3 years ago? Just does not make any sense.
Yeah.
To that I say, NXT is still good and black and free.
And still free.
Man, I mean, I paid $20 for my antenna so that I can watch it, but that's it. That's what I watch. That's what I care about.
Yeah, and
this other stuff, I keep up with it on YouTube by the clips because I'm not. No.
Yeah, and to give the devil their due, I did hear that TKO/WWE. The NXT PLEs, they initially were on Peacock. They moved over to YouTube for free.
Yeah.
But now they're actually going to be broadcast on CW for free.
Oh, good.
From what I understand.
Good.
So that's one good thing they're doing.
Yeah.
But, it's like saying...
all the other stuff.
Right,
yeah,
right.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
Like at this point, man, it's I don't know if I trust it.
Right.
So it's like if you're doing it's sad, man, if you do something good and I go, yeah, but what you set me up for?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only doing that good thing to get me later. And I hate feeling that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when people say, well, the serial killer was always nice to me.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah. Bruh. That.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, do you you always bring us home. Would you like to bring us home?
All right. Everybody bow their heads. Bow their heads. We were brought together today to this wonderful house of worship for love and caring and remembrance. And we leave with our stomachs empty because we are hungry, and we will now go and make our microwave TV dinners at 1:00 in the afternoon.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Everyone say amen.
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 And as we are recording this, again, happy Mother's Day. You take care. Tell your mama you love her, or send her an Instagram. I don't know your relationship with your parents, and that's none of anyone else's business. God bless you. Pay your taxes. Well, actually, don't pay. Hey, work that out with yourself. I don't know. Hey, it's weird right now. It's weird. It's weird. I'm gonna pay my tax. I can't be messing around with that. I'm not Daredevil. But if you can afford to make a statement, you do it. You do it. You stand on business.
Good night. Take care.
Oh, God. All right. I'm going to stop right there.
What you've just heard has been but a brief sampling of the outstanding awesomeness that is the Top Guys podcast. If you would be so kind, on your way out the door, leave us a like, a thumbs up, a nice comment. give us a 5-star rating on whatever Yelp service you use to listen to your podcast, and give us a high five, and also subscribe.